Definitely be a valuable move for those so inclined. There we go. Now, how do I want to do this? If I want this to be successful, let's go ahead and do my damnedest to make this effective. Yeah, the magic wand does have the magic tag. Problem is, the shaman staff thing's not leveled yet, but it'll still give a 15% damage bonus to it. And I don't know if those level as you go. But before we commit to doing that, I do want to check, does the gunslinger have separate challenges? No. Okay, so you could just potentially, if you do better with the gunslinger or something, you could potentially just use the gunslinger as a means of getting through some of those. I do want to get rid of this one. Yeah, that's fine. And I feel like I'm more likely to actually use the defense lowering leggings. And you can upgrade these. Okay, it doesn't change the negative modifier. You know, this is probably why we were having so much trouble with the goddamn Gunslinger 2. I didn't realize this holster had a negative power modifier on it. Wait, yeah, it's got a positive and a negative. Weird. Which, fun fact, this holster was literally the first equipment item I got in the game. And it's still, from the looks of things, still one of the best ones we have. Fucking wacky. Still not entirely sure what the required level thing means either. I think it only starts to take effect once you get past a certain level, perhaps. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, we'll give one more E tier run a go. If we make it through it, great. If we don't, it's still the end of stream. We'll go this way because we have access to a decent amount of question marks. Go forth, my bees. Attack my enemies. Because that's basically what the idea here is great quantity of long-lasting projectiles that just go hunt my enemies down. Because that's the thing with the magic wand, is the projectiles are homing. I can literally just stand here and do nothing. And it works out. As long as I go and get the experience, basically. Once we have maxed out Void Spirit, we literally won't even have to move. We just win. Which is why I don't do this that often anymore, because it's kind of stupid. But if it can get set up, it is literally just the most absurd thing. I am going to take the Yeti's heart, even though it's going to lower the amount of shots we're doing. It'll still be useful in that it'll give us the health to sustain if things get close to us while we're getting set up. This is also going to be a good setup for having, like, a movable object and things like that. Sure, go ahead and take the bow, too. Basically, this is gonna be all projectiles all the time. What's a melee weapon? I don't know what melee weapons are anymore. I forgot after the last run. They don't exist. I am going to be the bullet hell. The bow is actually a very good pair with this because it shoots the closest enemy. So it'll cover the gaps between where our other little bees are flying. Lowest health target for shurikens? Sure. I wasn't kidding when I said this was gonna be all projectiles all the time. I was debating focusing the wand, but nah, we may as well just guarantee this by getting lots of effective projectiles going. But yeah, the most important thing for the magic wand is you gotta get projectile lifetime up, because you'll notice they just disappear on their way to targets a lot right now. So we have to be kind of close. Once you get long enough lifetime, they'll literally go kill an enemy and then keep going and go find the next one. And just keep on keeping on. It is terrifying. Which is why I dub them my angry little bees. Though it would definitely be more bee accurate if they died after the first target, but I guess they're more like hornets that way. Which also fits because of how mean these little guys are. There we go, remove the attack delay on the shuriken a bit. Which projectile lifetime will help all of these, really, at the end of the day. Gamble? Gamble! Lose half my gold. Sad. Let's go gambling. Aw, dang it. Projectile size and speed would also be good. Speed will help them get to their targets before the lifetime issue kicks in. We learned already that Arcane Beam is really strong, and I'm not gonna take it right now. Every enemy that touches you will have their move speed reduced. That'd be great, except for the fact that it requires them touching me. And if things touch me right now, I'm gonna have a bad day, so no, we're not doing that. If I'd gotten that when I was using the sword, I probably would have taken it. Reduce the attack delay on the bow. Because to a certain degree, it's more important to reduce the attack delay than it is to increase attack speed. Because if your attack speed's really high, but your attack delay is still quite high, you're still not gonna get that much out of it. They kind of need to go up hand in hand a little bit. Big bullets. Bunch of base corruption and such, which won't really matter too much right now, probably. Like, it'll make everything more durable, but we'll get through it just fine. But that defense shredding should balance it out pretty nicely. I could start throwing spears, but they are aimed, and nothing else we have is aimed particularly, so no. Yeah, accumulation right now is not a bad idea. We don't have a ton of attack speed to lose to it yet. Get out of that pile up before it gets bad. So with piles like this, you can see the magic wand piercing coming into play, where it just starts chewing through them a bit. That's a fair trade, yeah. Take take this for the experience gain. There we go. End of stage. Unfortunately, I had pushed myself too far away from where all the loot was. Keep producing that bow delay. We shall blot out the sun. I don't have enough money to bother going shopward. Just thinking about it. What are we getting? Champions, huh? Yikes. Hello, big tree. This is not ideal for me. We already did have the crossbow. But it is another non-aimed attack. No. Additional projectiles, yes please. Even more projectiles. That is still a worthwhile power multiplier. Yes, Void Spirit. And Bloodthirst, yes. There's the other part of Yeti's heart. Very good. Look at all of the little yellow dots of doom flying at everything. Nom 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 nom. Kunais are not bad, especially now that they have the 25% chance to destroy all enemy defense. But no. I've never been that big a fan of them because they just fire in 5 directions with no aiming to them at all. So they just kind of go and you hope for the best. For the setup like this, I much prefer homing weapons. Because that's what the idea here is, pretty much, is just let everything home in. This is actually going to be fine. They fly slow, but they last long. Overloaded, yes. Clumsy, yes. All of the bullets. Look at the amount of arrows just flying out of me in their general direction. But if we have lots of targets, arrows everywhere. Who needs technology to have a machine gun when I have magic? Do I take the explosive vials? No, like I said, they're aimed. Aimed isn't the goal right now. This is the zero effort win build right now. Sure, I'll trade 1 projectile for 50% more power. Maxed out bow. Free soul gauntlet, free lots of good things. Yes, please. Never say no to free goodies. This is why I like gambling on these question marks, because I don't mind getting into a fight, or I just get free stuff. It's a win no matter how I look at that. Max out Bloodthirst. Hello, champions. Enjoy bullet hell. By the way, time is not stopped when the cards are up. Time is just incredibly slow. Like, it is nearly stopped, but it's not actually stopped. Just as a little fun fact. There we go, maxed out Void Spirit. I don't need to move anymore. I should clean up the crystals that exist right now, but I technically don't have to move ever again if I don't want to. Aside from to collect gold, too, probably. But we get half the gold from the stage regardless, so it still would mostly work itself out. This is basically the auto win setup. I can just let go of the controls. There we go, max out the magic wand. It still needs more projectile lifetime for it to really get broken, but that's the majority of this shtick for this, is just literally just let the game win itself. Which is not how I usually want to do things, but it can be entertaining to have something like that happen. You know what? We didn't really let Ice Nova get too big a shot before, because it was kind of overshadowed by the laser. But I can't tell if it aims or not. It seemed like it was firing in the aim direction before, so I think I'm gonna leave that alone still. Yeah, raise up the Thunder Spirit a bit more. How about this question mark? What's in this one? More monsters! Look at all of those arrows. Not to mention all of the bees. Like, there's just a swarm around me now, which is exactly why these are dubbed bees. They just swarm. And they're sentient because they target. So, it's insane. Go, my minions. Destroy my enemies. It'll actually be really fitting if we get the summoner after a setup like this. Make them bigger. If you're wondering, yes, you can have arrows the size of ballista bolts just flying around everywhere. If you're wondering, yes, that's probably going to happen here too, if the game doesn't kill me before I get to that point. But yeah, the fun thing about having arc lightning on all of the magic wand projectiles is now they basically have AoE damage. So each individual one probably is causing chain damage to everything around it. So it's just a feedback loop of horrific damage out wherever it is. There we go, more projectile lifetime. Go, live longer, my minions. Oh, it's disgusting. So disgusting. Again, this is why I don't use this setup that often, because I do genuinely feel like this is just too easy. But it's definitely the one you break out to make a point. You know, I can just let the fight happen, take a drink. I am gonna need to collect fangs though, so I should move. Which, that's probably why the sub-objectives like the fangs and such exist now. Sounds good, ABC. You have a good night. You're fine. As I always say, being here at all is more important than worrying about how long you were here. Keep raising that projectile size. Yep. Max out our defense shredding. I mean, on the one hand, the whole bit is to not move and let the game win itself, and this would be favorable for that. But at the same time, we learned what happens if I try to fuck around too much with lowering my health. The game's not as winnable for that anymore. Used to be glass cannons could do incredible things and just rush through the game, but those invincibility phases have kind of balanced that out, which is a good thing, honestly. It's better that you actually have to put in some effort instead of, oh hey, I made damage go burr and I just win automatically. So I am gonna have to get my defense and health up a bit before we go too far along. So as soon as I get a movable object, we'll be in a much better spot as far as that goes. I had multiple words that tried to come out at the same time there, and it just was a mess. I'm not sure what the ability on this does. Oh yeah, fire an array of projectiles in front of me. So if I ever need volume of fire quickly, I just press F, and well, then you press F for whatever's in front of me. The shuriken look kind of weird once they get bigger. But I think part of that is them blending into the snowy background. I mean, kind of like the sword rangs did before. More projectile lifetime. Let the swarm thrive. Yeah, sure. All the XP gain. You know what? Sure, let's go to an arena. What could possibly go wrong? Damage boost. Though honestly, the bow is doing more work than the magic wand is half the time, as the arrows get there faster. Flesh armor is not a terrible idea, but further raising our corruption is dangerous. Sure, I'll take one hit of that. It'll lower our defense, but raise our power. I just need to make sure to balance that out before we get too far. Otherwise, we will start to be in danger. But notice, most things can't even get on screen half the time. There we go. Let's get our projectile speed up so they actually get to targets a bit quicker now. Just gotta be careful, because you notice they start flying around a little wild because they pass the target they're aiming for because they're going too fast. Yeah, what is it that it's trying to tell me that's new? Oh yeah, it was back when we added the Thunder Spirit, I think. Get all that gold brought to me. And thanks to the Void Spirit being maxed out, we basically constantly stack Envy. So our experience gain just keeps going up. What we need now is to get Greed as well, so that we can keep getting more and more Greed stacks again, so we just have stupid amounts of money. They thought they were safe by walking slow. I will bring the swarm to them. Grow, my swarm, grow. More. More. They are legion, they are many. Now we'll go to a shop. Sure, it's gonna hurt our gold gain, but that'll be okay. No, that's fine. I'm not gonna go too crazy buying things here because we do have that blacksmith coming up. But I do want to grab a few cards because they are at reasonable prices. There we go. Give us a nice boost to our damage. Now we do this fight, then we go to the blacksmith to limit break something, hopefully. So I'm not sure we'll have enough money for the limit break now that I spent what I did. I might have overspent a little. I don't need healthy itself. Everything else will be more useful. Bit of rust. No. Since I'm actively seeking money, I'm gonna walk around and make sure we actually pick gold piles up. Or I could just hang out here since there's a void thing here, actually. We did just lower our crit chance a bit, but we have a decent chance right now for critical rate, so I think I'm not going to take that, even though it does give me a bunch of defense piercing. I could have rarity rerolled that, admittedly. But yeah, once we get close to our goal, I will go ahead and grab the thing. Yeah, the magic wisp's a weird one. It doesn't benefit from additional projectiles. You know what? Sure. We'll just yeet wisps out into the distance and they'll do stuff. Because what they do is they fly out and just shoot at things that are near them as they go. Oh, basically. I think our projectile speed's up enough that you're not going to see them. Oh, nope, there they go. They just get lost in the swarm. That'll work. Get all the money. We did not get that much money out of that. Yikes. But it'll be okay. We either get the limit break or we don't. If we don't, I'll be able to buy more weapon cards instead, and that'll still work itself out. Yeah, limit break is expensive. But that's okay. Go ahead and get a magic wisp upgrade. And sure, another magic wisp upgrade and some reroll charges. Not as much as I had hoped to get out of there. I was kind of hoping to pull some shenanigans, but the options weren't there. Oh, the magic wisps target now. They used to just fly off in a direction from what I remember, and I was always kind of disappointed in them. They seem to have the same tracking the magic wand does now. So they might be just actually pretty good now. Or I always misunderstood them and they were always good. Hard to say, really. So I only took them a couple times, didn't look like they were doing things, so I just stopped using them. I could easily be the ones wrong on that one. But I do know a few things got improvements and reworks. I'm actually gonna put the Rune of Alacrity on the bow. Since we already have quite a lot of bees coming out, well then. That's gonna hurt our projectile duration a lot, as well as damaging our attack speed, of course. But more? Have you considered more? You don't need to shoot fast when you shoot so many in a single volley that it becomes indiscernible from shooting fast. There's the boss. Who is the bullet hell now, bitch? Go ahead, cower behind your shield. My bees will get you anyway. There is no safety from the bees. More projectiles. Hey, shop prices are cheaper now. More projectile piercing. I didn't even look at what that chest plate did. I should have, but it's fine. I was gonna put it in my pocket anyway. Slight loss of power, a decent bit of max health per player level, no less. What's our power at right now? Our power's at 29.6. So if I put this chest plate on, how badly does it nuke our power? It's not actually that bad. Whereas we went up 30 health. I think that might actually be somewhat worth it, and the knockback multiplier might actually work out in our favor. Oh yeah, actually it's less lost power than the light armor too, actually. How's our defense look? Not good enough. If our defense was high enough, I'd put the leggings on to kind of counterbalance some of the power loss. But let's see how this plays out. If we start having too many things getting through the bullet curtain, we'll just take the armor off. And just hope that it doesn't spontaneously kill me when I reduce my health. But then again, our damage wasn't necessarily in pure damage anyway, it was more in volume of fire, and judging from the fact that nothing's making it on screen still, I think we're okay. I just have this feeling that I think we'll be fine. Especially since everything in this area is worth more experience than the previous area, so we'll also continue to gain levels just fine. It's really funny just watching the tide of bees change direction, though, as they lose targets. Wow. Like, they legit just go seek and destroy. It is really, on a certain level, it's very concerning. Like, I'm glad I'm the one in control of these things, but if I ever lost control of the swarm, I would be destroyed in an instant. It's really spooky when you think about it that way. If they ever turned on me, I would just be skeletonized in seconds. You know what? Sure, let's go over 1000% experience. It's multiplier. Sure. Last time we stole gold, it didn't work out very well for us. Oh, nice. We actually just get a card reward. Reduce projectile damage, please. Thank you. I could still steal the gold, but it's probably gonna nuke my attack speed again, and I'm not gonna risk it this time, even though we won last time I took that risk. Just no. We kind of are reliant on our volume of fire here. And we had gotten so far out of the bounds of sanity before that it didn't matter with the other setup. Banish that, because I'm not using that. Banish that because it sucks. Go ahead and raise our projectile piercing. More defense piercing. Look at the sheer volume of arrows coming out of us. Not to mention the shurikens. Convert 25% of your corruption into final power, final max health, and final health regen. Increase your final corruption by 25% of your corruption. We have no corruption right now, so it's useless, but I'm gonna keep that in mind that is a thing that exists, because I'm pretty sure I knew that existed before and I forgot about it. Literally, I think our kill rate right now is attached to their spawn rate. Ooh. Oh no. It goes from not being affected by projectiles to being affected by projectiles, and it goes up to 14 projectiles suddenly. Oh no. Also, yes, Now I've got pink bees and yellow bees. This is horrifying. I should feel bad for what I'm doing here, but I don't. I really don't. At all. Like, I did it first, because it just feels dirty to be this destructive. And then you just eventually loop around to this is hilarious. And that's where I'm at right now, is just laughing it up right now. Like, look at that. The killed meter didn't even finish appearing on screen before 50 enemies were dead. And we didn't even get to know that they were a thing that existed until they were already gone. There we go, start raising our attack speed back up again. Mind you, we're at like base attack speed right now, and we're vomiting out projectiles like this because we have like 12 additional projectiles. Honestly, yeah, we can get away with putting the Rune of Heaviness on something. In fact, put that on the Void Wisps, because they have the highest average damage, so this will do a lot of work for them. This also has room to grow, which is terrifying. I know I've been saying that phrase a lot, but just like, this really is genuinely insane to be using this way. What's the average damage on them now? They went up like 200 average. Okay. Like 150 to 200, somewhere in there. You know what? Let's have something slow enemies on hit. The shurikens, you know what? Sure. I probably should put that on the bow, actually. Yeah, the bow would be better for that since it targets closest. That way anything that's actually approaching gets slowed. Not that things get to be on screen most of the time. But now they'll be further off screen when they die. Oh, I can feel the hubris building, which is gonna get me killed. At some point, it's gonna turn on me and I'm just gonna get obliterated. I can just feel it in my bones that that's gonna happen. But it's gonna be funny when that happens, so it'll be fine. Defend the shopkeeper, huh? Okay, I'll just go stand next to his stall and, you know, things are just gonna happen. Ooh, but there is a statue over there. Hang on. I'm getting distracted. Boop. Every hit is a critical hit. Blah, 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 blah. The grin right now is terrifying as well. Just, I am feeling just pure glee at the destruction I'm causing. But this is why this is my I win button setup rather than like a fun setup. It's funny and it is fun to have this absurd level of power, but just like I have nothing to do now most of the time. I'm just here watching it happen. Like, I'm basically almost as much a spectator as all of you are at this point. Because yes, I do still have agency in that I can make Rog move if it becomes absolutely necessary to do so. But outside of bosses and such, I don't think we're going to really need to move. And, you know, collecting gold. We do still need to collect the gold. We don't actually need area size modifier that much, so we'll actually take fold. God's Wrath. I'll actually go ahead and take the extra dash charge. Oh no, the bird ring spawned, and it was gone. Before I could even start reacting to it sentence-wise, it was already deleted from this existence. Grab all the gold. There we go. Defending the merchant really is very profitable. As you would expect, really. Max out the spike shield. I don't think we banished too many things. And no, it's enough to get 2 more base damage and a bit of crit chance, so sure, we'll go ahead and buy that. There's the explosive vials again. Oh, now you want to offer me the crystal sword, huh? Tempting. No. There's another level of the Void Wisp. If I was using the crossbow, I would grab the throwing knife so that I could combine it with the crossbow for the ballista. Because I do want to see the ballista. But it's an aimed weapon, so it's not happening in the current set. I'll go ahead and take a 50% power increase for a 2 defense drop. Sure. Nice hefty power boost again. Hopefully these question marks aren't shops. Oh hey, defend the shopkeeper again. Optional, take no damage. You got it, boss. I will take my hands off the controls again. 3,050 damage for the Void Wisp. How much is it doing on average now? Oh boy. There's a bit of a damage difference. There's a bit of a damage difference. Right. What do I need for the Oh, I need the Shaman Staff for the Arcanist Staff, right. That would be really nice to have, though, because it boosts the power of magic tagged weapons by 50%, which our 2 strongest things are magic weapons. What's the bow need? Explosive bow. Oh, that probably needs me to raise the explosive thing. Oh no, unlocked by enchanted bow. Get bow up to level 8. How about the shuriken? Fuma shurikens. I think I've had those before. Shuriken and kunai. Projectiles bounce off. That's pretty nice. It's kind of nifty. May as well take a drink, cause I have nothing to do anymore. Nah. Like, most of the time, we don't even have things get close enough for the shurikens to even be used anymore, I'm noticing. I just had that realization watching this, like, I'm not seeing any shurikens coming out. So either they're going too fast for me to see, which is possible, because they're also not exactly the easiest thing to see to begin with, or they are genuinely just impossible to see. What's our crit chance right now? 70%. But I could double my power. Or just about. Oh yeah, you can see how much each thing's killing too. $11.76 million stage damage. interestingly enough, the shurikens have the most kills, but they are also designed to target low health, so they've probably just been getting piles of last hits and stealing them from the other weapons. What's our power right now? Okay. Okay, our power is actually sizable enough that this might be a move. Fuck it, we'll try it. 322 power now. I think it's actually backfiring a little bit, though. I think it's actually not as good as it sounded, since things are starting to actually make it on screen after we did that. That's not to say we can't make up for it, but it's just an interesting turn of events that things actually started to make it on screen after I did that. Upgrade the Rune of Heaviness further. Money, 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 money. And of course we get another shop because we protected the shop. Grab blood coat. Sharpening stone. I don't really need Gilgamesh's crown that much. I'm not super jazzed about heroic cards with this setup. I could almost get up to 15 base additional projectiles with this. And the projectile size doesn't much matter. As fun as it is having the large projectiles, it's not important to how it works. Keep raising our experience gain so we actually can keep that going. Ironic that I had hoped not to get a shop, and then we had a shopkeeper protect option pop up, and we still ended up managing to spend a decent amount of money because the shopkeeper gave us so much money, which we then promptly gave back to them. So really, I think they're the winner at the end of the day on that one, huh? Is you could say they gave me money, but really all I did was give them back their investment immediately. Almost maxed out Void Wisp. Stage over. Oh, there's a big bag there. Dang it. I could have gotten more money. Oh, hey, finally see a movable object. There we go. Could have used that forever ago. Yeah, we want to go this way because we can go beat up some elites and get more goodies. Where were all those crates when I needed to hit crates? Fire Spirit, why not? Where'd it put it? On the Void Wisp, huh? The Void Wisp's doing well enough. Go ahead and put it on the Magic Wand instead. I'm just making myself really durable now to work with the fact that we want to stand still. Bring all the gold to me, which was only like 600, but that's okay. It's still free gold. To be fair, if there was ever going to be a bitrate destroying attack method, it's what I'm doing right now, probably. Now that I think about it. The question mark might have something cool, but the elite's guaranteed to be profitable. Especially if it's champions. There we go. 11,000 base damage on this thing. Jesus. Maybe I should just grab the shaman staff if it ever shows up. We already killed all the champions. Jesus. This is just not okay. I know I keep saying that, but just like I keep getting a new realization of how not okay this is every time something happens. Oh hey, I haven't even used recursion yet. Good lord. This might be the most stupid powerful version of this setup I've done. Because this setup's usually stupid. I'd already explained that, I'm sure, well enough, but it's like, my god. With the advent of equipment and everything, it just got so much worse and better at the same time. Get Pyromaniac, so we're healing as well. Not that I should need to heal, because I don't think anything's gonna get to touch me. Aside from things we discussed before, that teleport and shit like that. Did I banish the Shaman Staff? I think I might have banished the Shaman Staff. I'm not sure if I did or not. If I did, that might be problematic for my new plan of making my wisps stronger. No, I did not. I just have to hope it shows up. Oh, right, this got banished by proxy when I banished Absolute Focus. That's the thing. I was like, wait, why is this banished? Because I didn't even see it. But it's because it physically can't exist without the other half of it. That's a nice feature, actually, so you don't end up with dead cards showing up. But they also don't show up if they're not possible to make anyway. So technically all them showing up in there does is inflate the banish count. If you think about it. Just look how fast that monster kill count is going up. It's just zooming straight up. Nom 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 nom. Give me all the gold. I need money to fund my war crimes. This run is gonna go for a fair while though, because we're still only about to end zone 2. Because it was a slow starter, unfortunately, so it is gonna take a little bit. Double experience gain, because that's what I need. Even more defense piercing. Like, at this point, we're flying along, but it took us a while to get here. Anyway, we turned our negative health amount into a positive. Now it's very much a positive. Even more positive. Max out the Rune of Heaviness. Max out Corrosion. Sure, we can get away with having a head bash. Heal for 531 hit points. Because we just have so much health suddenly. And I got all that health for a reason, because I'm actually concerned that we might get sniped by the worm here. And that would just be so embarrassing if that happened. Is we can't use immovable object very well here because we have to move between the points. And we're also gonna have to move to avoid his attacks too. Because while none of his minions are ever gonna appear on screen, he'll be able to stay alive long enough to actually attack me. Just use fight and flight to get my attack speed up instead, since I'm having to move anyway. Just spew even more ammunition all over the screen. Look at them run. They're trying to flee from me instead of fighting me now. Who's the real monster now? I'll give you a hint. It's probably me. Just gonna go out on a limb and assume the guy who's nuking the entire universe all around him constantly is probably more of a problem than the enemies I'm facing. I don't really want any of these, but I guess I'll take the coin. We literally just ripped right through that portion of his health bar. Oh my god, the game's actually having trouble keeping up with moving his health bar. Oh no. So my concerns might not have been warranted there. I really thought I was pointing at the helmet on my head and it was saying helmet. I'm like, huh, interesting. It's like, yes, game, that is in fact a helmet. Well done. Is that helmet any good? Lots of extra defense, a little bit of critical damage modifier down, which is fine. It's calculating. It's thinking about it. There we go. Almost 1,000 health. 32 defense, which I think might be the most defense we've ever had. Because almost always I end up dumpstering my defense at some point. Now the thing is, we only have to beat the Necromancer to get the Summoner, but there's a zone after the Necromancer in C rank. But I'll be honest, my whole goal is to beat the Necromancer. Anything after that's gravy. Sure, just keep head bashing at this point. I didn't mean that literally. Recursion is better than head bash because it doesn't cause me to lose my experience gain. And I haven't even been using the active ability on the magic wand anymore. I feel like I'm at endgame Factorio right now and I just have an army of fucking logistics drones flying around doing all of my work. This is the same thing. They're just over here doing everything for me. And I'm just sitting here reaping the benefits constantly. I should go find the gold, though, because I'm sure there's gold around here somewhere. Or a void thing. There we go, that'll work. Sure. Increase my final power based on missing health. Yes. This way, if I ever get hurt... Which technically I am missing health right now. But I don't think that counts. There's just a sack of gold there. Let's get that experience gain back up a little bit. Fight the monsters to save them, give them something to help them. Don't worry, I'll save you. Thank you for the free money. Let's see if just standing here I can beat the timer. I'm great at defending villages. I'm an auto turret. Just set me up on top of the village elder's house or something and just watch everything get obliterated in an 8-mile radius around me. And ding! Job's done. Congratulations, your local area has been depopulated. Depopulated, liberated, you know, take your pick as to how you want to look at that. Oh good, I'm timed again. This is gonna work out great. Because as soon as they spawn, they die. Oh, there we go. Weapon aura. Modify the weapon stats. Less projectile count, more projectile piercing, defense shredding, and damage. Neat. Apparently we just now hit 1500 power. Did we? How? I mean, we did, but I'm not sure how. It must just be we, like, leveled enough to get more power. Because I didn't grab something that gave us power when that popped up. Just look at the numbers freaking out down there. Or like with the envy bonus and such, where it's just constantly going between 10 and 9 and can't manage to change in any other way. Yeah, this is an idea into how I spend the time I'm not spending working on things, by the way, is I do nonsense like this all the time. I just let one of these run while I listen to other things. Just like watching other people's streams, listening to VODs, working on this, that, and the other thing in the background. These are good multitasking games because you can be doing something else while this just kind of happens. Especially with a setup like this where it just literally is auto-winning. It's just costing me some of these bonus objectives like the fangs because I just couldn't find where all the enemies died. Every time they try to ambush me, they're really just instigating their own mugging and getting obliterated. You know, really, their population would be saved so much if they would just turn the Necromancer over to me and let me take care of the problem. And then just move on. Oh, hey, we finally got the greed bonus. Took so long to get that. I can get a half idea where the enemies are, or at least where they will have been by where the wisps are going. found enemies, and then they died. They're not really dropping gold, though, it seems, which is a problem. Yeah, a problem as I have 12,000 gold. But I could have more, and it costs me a lot more than that to manage to do multiple limit breaks, which is what I want to do. I want to limit break all of my fun things so they get even more ridiculous. Like, I remember seeing a video on this game earlier on in its lifespan where people ended up getting their money into scientific notation because shit broke. And it was hilarious. And it basically just turned into infinity money because the game couldn't process it anymore. Things like that fascinate me. Mostly because the game survived that happening. Like, the game didn't crash, nothing completely broke, just infinity money. Because it just couldn't cope with processing what had transpired. So it's like, you know what, fine. We're just not even going to calculate this anymore. We're done. You want things? Okay, just go ahead and buy them. I don't care anymore. Our reroll charges back up. Sure, you know what? Just give me all of these things. Just give me the entire shop. You don't have a shop anymore, sir. You work for me. I don't want all of these things, though. Just most of them. So I'm trying to avoid pushing the corruption too high and encouraging this to get turned against me at this point. Like, I'm being reckless, but there's just like a tiny bit of caution in there, too. Sure, I'll lose 1 base power for almost 2 more projectiles, sure. Oh, nice, it's just a chest. Which gave me even more rerolling power. Sure, let's go up to 500% health, why not? Oh boy, how much health do I have now? Oh my me. I almost have 3,000 health. Sure, max out fortress. There we go, we have metal transmutation now. Which is a synergy of Steel Skin, Moonshield, and Benediction. Lose half your defense, and then that defense is converted into final power at a 411% ratio. I don't think I have Moonshield, though. I don't think I've ever seen Moonshield. I've seen Benediction, but I don't think I've seen Moonshield. So I'd have to go find Moonshield in order to be able to get Metal Transmutation, but I want Metal Transmutation now. It sounds fantastic. Alright, there's Blacksmith's Insight, finally. So anyway, there were enemies there, I think. At the very least, there were enemies at some point. Oh my god, he is dying so fast, the game is actually getting upset a little bit. And, he's still going, he's still dying. I just didn't dare get too close to actually watch that happen firsthand, or he was going to, like, overflow into me. Not that I don't think I would have survived him hitting me, but it would have been inconvenient. And I really just don't want to end up throwing this at the end here. Ooh. I would like you all to take a look at the difference between the number on the left and the number that turns blue on the right there. And just tell me how reasonable that change is. That's a near 8,000% change. What the fuck? And all that does is raise the corruption multiplier a little bit and take 2% of my damage mitigation away. What the actual fuck is that? I wish I could get that right now, but I don't have what it needs, I think. Actually, no, that was just an ascended thing. It didn't need a combination. So we might see that. Oh, no. Extra soul cards at the end of elites, sure. I just don't even know what to do with this anymore. I'm too poor to limit break. Sad. Too poor to limit break. Buys a castle. Oh, there we go. 3,000 max health gets us Thorn Firework. When a Thorn projectile kills an enemy, it launches 4 additional projectiles. Neat. I'm unlocking so many things because I'm just doing a path that I've never done before. The path of durability. What is this being tanky thing? Hey, there's the Shaman Staff, finally. Pity we're probably not gonna get to see that play out now, but you know. I have it. The only aimed weapon I'm going to allow just because it upgrades the magic wand. Statue of Luna or Sola? Sola, please. More knowledge tagged things, so I get more experience boosts, which gets us more everything. Yes. Uh-huh. Oh wow, an entire set of heroic cards, huh? It's a pity most of them aren't anything I really want, but I'll finish off Thunder Spirit. Level up Shaman Staff a bit. I mean, that would get us 11 power. It is tempting. Or we could just get heavy. At least 5,000 max health. We just passed the 3,000 one before, I would like to point out. Lose 25% of your health. Your lost health is converted into final power to 65.3% ratio. We would lose 1,544 health and gain 1,000 final power. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. We just passed the 6,000 mark. Okay. I shouldn't have looked at how much power we had. We literally obliterated all the champions before we even processed all that information. This is not okay. This is so not okay. I'm not even sure I could lose now. Is that the simple fact of the matter is, the reason why I say I don't think I could lose is I can't stop them attacking. So it's not like I could let things get close enough to me to hurt me. Like, inaction will not lose us this game at this point. I would have to actively slam myself into an enemy if I could get to one faster than my units can kill it. That's the level of ridiculous this is at this point. Sure, give me the necrotic bone. We may as well corrupt things a bit now just to give them a fighting chance. Oh, hey, Fractal. Things I was waiting for during this madness as well. I don't know if I want the Void Wisps to be Fractal. Okay, the bow is at least getting to take action. Even the shurikens are getting to hit things sometimes. But yeah, the Void Wisps have the lion's share of the kills, so we'll give the bow the splitting projectiles. I feel like that gives the bow more of a fighting chance to be relevant. The alternative is, I think the homing projectiles would get to keep their ability to be homing when they split. Ooh. Do I want my defense to go to yes? Sure, why not? There we go. Stalwart Shield will unlock now too. Getting all them unlocks. Oh hey, enemies are actually approaching now because of the amount of corruption I increased it to from doing that. Good. I'm glad they're getting to play the game, sort of. Like, now it's literally a game of how much can I increase the difficulty to make it possible for the enemies to get to me. There we go, there's the Shaman Staff maxed out so we can get the Magic Wand upgrade. Stage over. I got 6,000 gold from just picking up half of the gold that appeared out of all of that. Oh hey! Since we have so many cards, we get an 87% damage bonus from that. There we go, the Arcanist Staff. So that whole them getting a chance to do things bit, that might not happen anymore. I might have undone that immediately. I would say I'm sorry, but I'm not. Actually, no, maybe it is working out in their favor because it's not making as many projectiles yet. And it's kind of just spraying them forward instead of in an arc. Also, what happened to the weapon attachments for it? Oh, they're just not even attached to anything right now. So let's see. This needs Fire Spirit, Thunder Spirit. I think that's what it had. Is Fractals over here? Yeah, the other three are there. That's there. Yeah, okay. So that'll help its damage output out. You know, it totally needed its damage output to be helped. We're gonna be a third, not even a third of the way through the timer, and we'll have met the optional goal. This is just so bad. Money, 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 money. We're at least getting to see them run around again, though. That's good. Generating so much money. All of the money. How much past the requirement are we gonna get before time runs out? It's looking like 3 times the requirement is gonna be where we end up. This is just so not okay. Like, I'm running out of things to talk about with how just insane this is. Not that I had that much available to talk about once we broke this to begin with, but just like, oh god. It just keeps descending to new levels of I don't know what to do anymore. We're getting so much gold from this stage. It's a shame I won't be able to limit break multiple things at that blacksmith. Sure, lightning boots, why not? Those are gonna be relevant, right? Might as well just fish for the Arcanist staff. There it is. Didn't get it this time. That's fine. And we're still just in zone 3 of 4. Go ahead and buy another level of the Arcanist staff. Go ahead and limit break the Void Wisp, which gives it 2 consecutive attacks. Oh no. Another upgrade for the Arcanist staff. Get all my rerolls back. Reroll the shop again. Upgrade the Arcanist staff again. Buy another card. Max out the Arcanist staff. How much damage was it doing before that? 436,000 average damage, which is more than everything else we have combined, actually. It's roughly equivalent to all of our other weapons combined. And we've now just upgraded it like 5 times. Yikes. Hey, Necromancer, you want to see real magic? I'll show you real magic. And I'm not even using our active ability, like, at all. I don't think I've used it since Act 1 in any way other than, you know what, I'll push the button, it'll be funny. Oh, and I thought the bitrate was gonna be sad before. Oh no. And I will say this, we are definitely ending after this run, even though we will have the summoner. We're gonna be at like 6 hours, I think, when this run ends at the rate we're going. And that's gonna be more than enough of this for me. And this is the run to end on, I think. This is just like a perfect encapsulation of what kind of nonsense that this game can be. Hello, sir. Are you interested in bees? But have you considered bees? Where's the thing? I don't see the marker for it. Oh, there we go. It's that way. That's the longest part of this fight, really, at the moment, is him getting me confused and me not seeing where I need to go. Because there's just so much on screen right now. And he's dead. There we go. Unlock Summoner. Yay. We did the thing. And now we've got another zone to destroy. Each enemy kill grants 1 gold. Well, infinity money, here we come. If that didn't have a negative power multiplier on it, I probably would put that chest plate on. The Scorched Plateau. Fun fact, I've never been here before. When I last played this zone didn't exist. So this is exciting. It's a pity we're not going to get to see the enemies that are in this zone, probably, because they're all just going to get eviscerated. But hey, new music. What happens if I just push this button a bunch of times and just send even more wisps into the fray? You know, hindsight being 2020, I should have limit broke the bow so we could have unlocked the explosive bow. But we probably will get a limit break opportunity here somewhere. If we don't somehow die. Which, considering, I don't think I moved from the spot we spawned and nothing has even gotten on screen. I don't think we have too much to worry about. Oh, hey, there's the slimes. I got to see them. Yay, slimes. Ooh, Volcanic Fury. On monster killed, 20% chance to create an eruption of magma that damages nearby enemies and burns them. Sure, why not? Let's make it worse for them, shall we? Oh, no. The temptation to just keep making this worse is stronger than my temptation to play with fire. Gamble! Hey, I got paid! Yay! I didn't dare go 100% of gold, but I should have, because we would have doubled our money. But I didn't look at the locations around us, so I wasn't sure if I was going to miss out on a shop completely. And it would have just sucked so much if we couldn't have limit broke the bow because I gambled. Oh no, they spawned an ambush. Or not. Just straight up turn this into an idle game. Does this cheapen the win? Yes. Do I particularly care? No, not really. Because this was all within what they designed into this. And these are designed to be broken. That's what this type of game is all about. And I had my fun challenging myself up to this point anyway. Okay, reduce defense, gain power. Not really a very exciting card, but sure, we'll take it. I do appreciate all of you that have been sticking along with me on this mad ride that I've decided to take us all on at this point. Give me all the things. Sure, just keep raising my health. I don't even know what other milestones I have to hit to unlock more things at this point. Let's check this shop to see if there's a limit break service here. There isn't. Sad. More corruption. More boiling blood. Sure, make me go faster when I get hit. Why not? Buy it out. Buy these. This. Go back to full, because why not? Rarity reroll charges. I feel like I'm running out of rarer things to roll. Oh hey, there we go. Over 1,000 health regen. 1,000% health regen, anyway. I have money left over and I bought out the shop like 3 times. No, no. Sure. We may as well go for a stroll, see the sights. Oh, hey, there's more than just slime enemies here. I saw some kind of, like, lava dog thing before it got eviscerated. Oh, there's a shrine. Faster! Yeah! Whee! Look at me go! Oh, hey, we're actually getting some of them to get close to me because I'm running to them. Do y'all even have a bitrate anymore? I feel like you probably can't even see what's happening anymore. Because I'm struggling to see what's happening through all the projectiles. So if it pixelates even slightly, I don't think it's even viewable at that point. Like, you probably just see a mess of pixels. Like, I have to imagine it is just disgusting right now. Okay, I should probably stop running around so much. I did cause it to stutter a little bit there. Oh. And we've almost made all of the money we spent at that shop back already. Just purely because every monster I hit gives me a gold thing. Because that couples with the greed modifier, which the greed modifier is not affecting the single gold I'm getting from them, but it's affecting any gold I pick up afterward. Okay. I'm going for all the dash-based bonuses now to see if there's anything I can unlock that way. Because I don't think I need to change my power any further. I think I'm as strong as I need to be. I was there a while ago, but I kept going because, like, yeah, you know what? This is funny. And now I want to see just what the cap of, like, dash charges and such is. See if I could just, like, bring that meter across the entire screen. There's a part of me that genuinely hopes that the boss of Zone 4 kills me. Just because that would be, I feel like, arguably the funniest way this could end. Like, look how powerful I am. Wham! Just immediately hits the deck. I could add the Thunder Staff spinning around me, but nah, there's no need. Just bring the projectile size back up instead. This is just so unfortunate. Gold coin found 5,000, huh? Well, good news. Everything I hit is gold. Give. There we go. Stage over. This is just so bad. I keep thinking about armor lists. It's like, you know, I could just go even higher power, but I shouldn't. We're already way too powerful for our own good. Like, at this point, I'm just clicking things to click things. I was thinking about them before, but now I'm just clicking. Let's save money for some more limit breaking, though, in case we find places that have it. So I'm hoping one of the shops we run into is going to manage to have it. Worst case, we will get to a blacksmith before too much longer. Ooh. Really high wind drop chance, a bunch of attack speed, a little bit of dash cooldown, bit of move speed. That is so much better than the stones I'm using. Like, that is way better. I'm still using these low-level accessories here, and then we've got this thing. So let's see. It's gotta calculate, so give it a second. It's gonna have a lot of thinking to do. There we go. We'll go this way. Damn it, no limit break service. Why? I'm so disappointed I don't even want to buy things. I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna heal and leave. Me. Maybe the question mark will have one. It is an invest opportunity, which will keep reducing our expenses. I'll only invest 5,000 though, so I need to keep enough, like I said, for a limit break. And we aren't that far from... I fucked up. No! I took the wrong turn. I thought this connected. Son of a bitch. Well, no limit breaking the bow for me, I guess, unless that shop has it. Sadness and regret. Well-deserved sadness and regret. My hubris bit me in the ass. And we've raised the corruption enough that they're actually managing to approach. Excellent. Look at them go. They actually get to do stuff. They get to die on screen. It's probably the fact that we also lowered the purification a bunch because I traded out the accessory that was giving me more purification, which was counterbalancing the corruption. I could spontaneously just pull Arcane Beam out of nowhere. No, just sticking with the weapons I have. It's the simple things in life. The satisfaction of knowing you've completely broken something. I'm admittedly having a hard time deciding if this is a good advertisement or a bad advertisement of what this game is. At first it was funny and it was a good advertisement of the game. Now it is becoming sad. That even in the final zone of ranking C, we are unchallenged pretty much. Like, I think I would have had to have stopped growing in power when we got to this zone for us to be threatened here. Because I even was like buying garbage things that had nothing to do with keeping us alive anymore, like dash boosts and such. And it's still... we still kept scaling ahead of this place at this point. But now you know why I just don't use the magic wand, like, at all anymore. Because the magic wand just leads to this. Like, even the shurikens and the bow by themselves probably would be keeping up pretty nicely. But just the sheer autopilot of the magic wand and the wisp and such is just so easy to use. Because, like, at least the shurikens and the arrows pierce in a line, whereas the wisps and such will turn and target other things and just pursue destruction. I really should probably stop increasing my attack speed, though. The game is definitely starting to have trouble with this idea. Is the sheer amount of projectiles on screen. Because remember, I did raise the projectile limit like a fool would. Hey, there we go. I can just come back to life once now. That's a fair thing, right? That's gonna make it easy for them to win. Oh, God. Limit break? Huh? Damn it. Just give me everything. Just don't even care anymore. Just give me everything. It's not even gonna read what these things are. Just give me yes. Since this run's about to end anyway, I may as well just go nuts. There we go. All that money I had has finally been spent. Just spent like 40,000 gold buying random nonsense. I'm getting a weird feeling of deja vu from this situation. But yeah, we're either gonna win this like immediately or somehow I'm gonna just get obliterated. One of the two is gonna happen. And I'm still rooting for the getting obliterated, if I'm honest. And I said that before already, but I just want to reiterate the fact that I'm genuinely hoping I lose, just because that would be the perfect ending. It would be such a disappointment ending, but it would be just the perfect wet fart joke ending. That it would satisfy the twisted part of my brain that's thriving right now. Because if you ever want to defeat your inner monster, this is a great situation to do it in. Just going wild here and just nothing has a chance of even participating. Slay the boss. Oh, I'm on a platform to fight him, huh? Okay. Okay, hang on. There's something here. Oh god, a single dash nearly took me off the damn ledge. I might just not dash here. Every time he stops being invulnerable, he just gets destroyed immediately. Still... Yep, we win. So, the biggest problem he had is we were fast enough to stay ahead of his fists the whole time, so I don't think he even hit us. Which is kind of sad. Ooh, 2 different plus defense per player level bonuses on these gloves, and a health bonus, and just 10 defense down. Huh. Those gloves could be great or could be complete ass. I don't know. So let's have a look at these numbers, shall we? Magic Wand, 1.5 billion. Bow, 155 billion. Shuriken, 68 billion. Artificer Potion, I don't even remember picking up. Oh, that was one of the ones I stepped on. Thunder Spirit, 10 billion. Original Magic Whip, ISP, just 1 million. Void Wisp, 545 billion. Fire Spirit, 9 billion. Shaman Staff, just, you know, casual 211 million. Arcanist Staff, 306 billion. Volcanic Fury, even though we picked it up only in the last area, 300 billion. And the highest kill count, of course, goes to the Void Wisp with 43,000. Second place being Bow with 12,000, and then Arcanist Staff with 10,000. And we have B tier shop upgrades now, which I'll take a look at those before I queue us up to get out of here. Base power multiplier, piercing scaling, rarity rerolls, crit chance, extra cards during card selection, but it takes 10 million coins. Unlock hyper crit. Hyper crit happens when you have more than 100% crit chance. You have a chance to re-crit, basically. You can stack your crits. Oh no. I think that used to be just a thing that was available, and then they moved it into here. Ooh. Kind of like the experience multiplier on Overkill a bit here, but I think we need to get stronger before Overkill like that becomes common enough for that to be worthwhile. We'll take that and that for now. And I'm at least going to pull up the summoner. I'm not going to do a run because, like I said, pretty much what I expected. We're at about 6 hours. By the time I finish doing the ending spiel and such, we'll probably be right about there. But I do want to at least look at it. That's a neat design. I do like that. Corrupts the power of monsters and uses them to do your bidding. Goblin Ear, Runic Stone, Suspicious Looking Eye. Neat. So I'm going to assume it's goblins, golems, and I don't know what that'll summon. Might even be like mini Eyes of Cthulhu if it's actually a full Terraria reference. Hard to say. But it is time to go. I will probably play with the summoner, and I'll probably, if I remember to do so, update the ending stream post with it, perhaps. But I am definitely out of entertainment energy at this point. This was another day where I'm like, oh, I'll just stream for like 3 or 4 hours and then go do other stuff. Ends up streaming for 6 hours again. I don't know how this keeps happening, but every time I set an expectation for time, it ends up being backwards almost every time. It's kind of fascinating how that keeps happening. It's just one of those things where it's like, you know what? I really should just stop setting expectations because I'm always fucking wrong. But let's see. Schedule for the week. As you already know, Saturday will be the 7 Days to Die A server. It should be with the full crew, plus or minus things happening. Tomorrow, I don't have a specific game in mind yet, but I'll come up with something before tonight is done. I can guarantee you that. And then going into Monday, I'll probably start doing those keys I was given. Because like I said at an earlier point in the stream, I do have 2 games that I've been given keys for now. One of which was in a similar vein to this, and I considered starting today's stream with it, but then I had a different idea, so I didn't end up following through on that thought entirely. So that ends up getting pushed off. Which, that one's probably going to be the one that happens Tuesday to give me time to finish things. But we'll see how that all ends up playing out, though. It wouldn't be the first time where I completely change my mind about what I'm doing, too. It would not be the first time that I'm like, I have a plan, What was that plan? Throw it out a window. How long have they been on today? I might bring a new face to the table here today. Depends on how long they've been streaming today. No, they've already been going for a bit, and it sounds like they're getting ready to wrap, so I'm not gonna go over there. I hate being so indecisive. One of these days I'll actually make decisions in a reasonable amount of time. Haha, good fucking joke. You know what? Sure, we'll go over there. Yeah, because they're still just setting up for the most part, so that'll be a perfect boost to help them out a bit. So, thank you all for taking the time to be here. We will go see Kira soon, who's connected with all of those people we were doing things like that archipelago session with. And I figure we may as well help out another one of the people in that little set there. Yeah, we already talked schedule and everything, so we don't need to worry about that. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow one way or the other for something. As to what, not entirely sure, but we'll figure it out. Have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you next time.